I'm gonna answer those questions I told you guys I was gonna answer in the last my take. The first question that this isn't necessarily this isn't just me answering the comments from the video on the last my take where I said do you have any questions? Give them to me here. This is also a my take explaining the most common questions that I get when it comes to Cooper's work and what I'm doing and who I am or all that other stuff. First, I want to start with Doyle Shamley or however you say his last name. In the hour of the time, I don't know if you call it crew or what. So many people have asked me, do I believe Doyle had anything to do with Cooper's death? I do not know, period. But I do know that I had some suspicions, this will also answer another question. When somebody who had asked me, how did I discover Bill Cooper? One day there's no like amazing story to it. I was always searching the web and always searching, looking for. I just like learning, reading, writing, and write my own poetry. I do raps. I just look into stuff, and I was looking into a whole bunch of stuff. I guess pertaining to the New World Order, and there was a Facebook page where I noticed one of Bill Cooper's broadcasts. I believe it was from the Mystery Babylon series. And I heard the siren. I was like, man, what is this crappy music in the beginning of it? This is an hour long. I don't want to sit here and this probably ain't gonna be nothing good, which is a common mistake for everybody. And that is another reason why they made his MP3s, put them on a website, made them not the quality good. They just left them how it was. They don't want people to listening to his work in that bulk. They know most people they want to hear a 5-minute video with a lot of technology, like these so-called documentaries on channels like the History Channel and all that stuff. They want to see that. They believe that movie magic is what makes truth. And instead of like listening to like actual facts for an hour or whatever, they want a cute little 2-minute, 5-minute video that seems powerful because it has special effects and good music to go with it. They need that. Those are the type of videos that they're spreading around the net now. And there are so many guys who are making videos that think that they know what they're talking about when it comes to Bill Cooper. It is not even funny. And I don't even comment anymore because they just delete it. They try to make these videos trying to seem so smart. These are the politically correct people who think that they can pick on conspiracy theorists. And they have the best little 5-minute videos. They're trying to be so cute and so funny when they talk about the moon landing, which was a total hoax. And some of you are still out there trying to, do you want to know what we would be doing on the moon right now if we went to the moon that many years ago? As much as America likes to take over things, do you know what we would be doing on the moon right now if we actually went there? Another thing they don't understand is Cooper never said that we never went to the moon. He said we may have went to the moon, but it definitely was not in the Apollo space program. On this video, on my original channel, look it up. Just type it in the search engine or put Bill Cooper moon landing. You'll see all of this stuff. So I don't understand why, when all this information is out here, I don't understand why these guys are making these videos and trying to make you seem like they're so smart. And then every time I comment and correct them, they delete my comment. So there's no use of me searching around fake videos anymore on YouTube and trying to go in their comment sections and get people who believe that kind of bull crap for me to try to whatever. My new thing, for me to try to convince somebody, my new thing is they keep on peddling out that bull crap, and I'm going to keep on peddling out 30-something videos a day because it's nothing to me, because factual stuff, and they don't know Cooper. So that's what's even funny. They think they know so much because they heard a couple Mystery Babylon series. Man, a couple thousand broadcasts started in 1992 before any of them were even born. But they know so much. So yes, that's how, let me get back. I discovered Bill Cooper. I was just nothing new. Just sitting there watching a video, found it. I thought what I thought about it, but then I actually, what I initially thought about it, which is what I just told you, like I'm not gonna learn anything from, but then I actually started listening to it. And I heard him speak, and I said, wow, who is this guy? He is telling truth, and he doesn't care about what's trending. He doesn't care about having a million views. And this is another thing some of y'all are going to leave this channel for. And I'm going to tell you, and I don't care. I'm going to just drift off into this because some of you guys have asked me about Alex Jones, Art Bell, and what's the other guy's name? David Icke. And I'm sorry, I know a lot of you guys believe in them now, but let me tell you the truth about David Icke, Art Bell, and Alex Jones. Matter of fact, I won't even tell you the truth. I'll leave all three. I'll leave a whole playlist. Again, this is where your emotions don't matter to me. These are people, y'all, I'm talking about people now, who don't know that Bill Cooper did like at least 15 broadcasts, hour-long broadcasts exposing Art Bell. He did so many broadcasts exposing David Icke and Bill and Alex Jones, it's not even funny. And everything he was saying back then, they were acting like he didn't know what he was talking about, some kind of drunk, so and so and so. And now, guess who's on TV with the most YouTube with the most fantastic documentaries and the most sheep followers who don't know anything about intelligence or whatever, where people playing both sides of the fence. All of them now are saying the things that they weren't saying before. Went from lizard people having rituals in Queen Elizabeth's dungeon to saying everything that Bill Cooper was saying back in the day that he was totally against. And now he has all of these followers who don't know that. Let me tell you guys something. You don't have this many followers. You don't have these kind of cool documentaries. You don't have more than 1 million subscribers when you are telling the truth. That doesn't happen. Just like Black Lives Matter, you don't have real black movements that have their own television commercials. And yes, I am black, and I'll tell you that was a bunch of bull crap. The Democratic Party is behind Black Lives Matter, and might not have been in the beginning, but they sure as heck infiltrated it. And I have videos on my YouTube of former leaders and organizations, and if you want, you can just go out to the real black community on YouTube and look all of these things up. Sucks that they don't like when an actual black person comes out and talks about BLM, because then they actually hear the truth and they see that it's not racism. You don't get no hashtag that goes all over Facebook, and you don't get no darn commercial. You don't get mentioned on things like Sesame Street. Racism is not as bad as you are being lied into believing that it is. Oh my God. They made it worse. They try to make this like the coronavirus pandemic lie. Try to make racism one of the things that we should all be worrying about. Like there's a racist on every corner, and there's there's so many racists in America. There is not half as many racists in America as there was before. It's just another issue to get you idiots. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, YouTube. To get you people who believe nonsense to fight against each other when they're going to just run away and run off and everything, while you're sitting over here talking about what matters and who lives matters and blue lives matters and pink lives matter and cockroach lives matter and all this stuff matters. Power Rangers matter. You're not even going against the real issues that actually matter, that is affecting every single one of these groups. You're worried about sex changes. And you're worrying about all of these things that you're not going to be able to fix until you first fix until we are first allowed to speak freely on these things and have our choice to choose what we are allowed to do with our bodies. All that stuff, you can kiss goodbye. So that is my statement, and that is my, what are the other answers? The other questions I was asked. Oh yeah, about the French Freemasonry and there's somebody asked me about the battle between French Freemasonry and English Freemasonry, and if I believe that is really what's going on right now. And to tell you the truth, I don't like saying something and talking about stuff that I don't know about. I know exactly the episode that you're talking about, the person who asked this question, and I'll put a link to what Cooper thought about it, but I'm not that as smart as everybody might think I am, and I don't know everything. I don't know everything that Cooper knows, and I'm definitely not as smart as he is. So my opinion on that, I do have that video on my site, and I'll put that up. But my opinion on it is, this battle is taking place way before Freemasonry was even thought of, since the creation of the world. And a lot of people, they look at the Bible story, they don't understand all of this is stuff that Cooper was trying to tell them. These are metaphors that these people are using. So then you have these smart guys who are all against the Bible, trying to prove things are wrong and prove things or whatever, because they're looking at words as words instead of words as metaphors. Even though and there's another one I like to get on you people, because there are hypocrites who follow the word and all that stuff, but there are also you people who think that because you don't believe in God and you're all against God and the Bible that you know everything when you don't know anything at all, because you're basing everything based on worldly knowledge and wisdom and black and white instead of metaphors and actual wisdom from God, which doesn't have anything to do with people's wisdom. And a prime example of this in the Bible is when he was talking about the bread and the yeast of the Pharisees. And he was trying to explain to people that the yeast of the Pharisees is not bread. It's the hypocrisy of the teachings of the religious leaders. But these Satanists out here, or so-called Satanists, because a lot of Satanists, they don't even understand what's so funny with these New Age wannabe Satanists. They don't even understand the satanic belief as much as they think they do. Lucifer is a metaphor for light. Lucifer is not a devil. This is answering a question because a lot of people have asked these questions too. Lucifer is not a horn-faced devil that runs around in a physical form. Lucifer can live in you. Lucifer can live in me. Lucifer can live in anybody because it is not a single physical creature like the silly Satan they have on commercials now, where he's in love with a worldly girl. I know y'all seen that commercial. That's the ridiculous thing I ever heard. Now they're saying Satan has feelings. Lucifer is a metaphor for light, knowledge, because Illuminati believe that they are the bringers of light and knowledge. It has anything to do with a monster that they bow down, and they don't even believe in an actual physical creature as Lucifer. They believe that Lucifer is basically man's vain philosophy and wisdom and teaching and light. If you go back to Prometheus, it is the same story. Prometheus is a metaphor for Lucifer. Lucifer is a metaphor for intelligence, fire, wisdom. Has nothing to do with all of these things that these wannabe against God people think that it does, who want to be so smart based on man's knowledge. Yes, I've seen your little videos and they look cute too when you make your little documentaries, but you also don't know what you're talking about. Let me tell you people something out there who think that you are so smart because you don't believe in God, or you are smarter than somebody because they do believe in God. Your belief is just another religious belief. Your science is just another religious belief. And you're listening to somebody who is not in a religion and who doesn't care about being biased. And that's why you probably can't stomach some of this. And you might make another little video thinking it's cool because you have special effects in it that will, I guess, combat my straight talk. Because you don't know something, but you want people to think you do, and you need more followers. But unlike you, I don't care about that type of stuff. Stop talking about what you don't know about. So the Illuminati's version of the Bible is that God is a vindictive God, and I know the real Cooper followers know this. They claim that the real God of the Bible. The one of the true followers, not who don't need a religion to say that they know God, the one that they follow, the true God, Illuminati's belief is that God is, and a lot of you little God haters out there, let me tell you what they believe too, because it's basically your belief is the Illuminati belief. They believe that they are smarter than God, and that if they gain all of the wisdom in the world, and doing all this little transhumanism, which is actually just another belief in religion, that they can somehow become God through the wisdom and intellect from this world that didn't make this world. Sorry, y'all. But when it isn't just when smart people think that they are smart that I get, religious people who think they know God that trips me out. It's also smart people who don't believe in God, who think that they know so much about the teachings of God that make me giggle too, because they don't know what the heck they're talking about. And it's very funny that they think that they are so enlightened and so much above the rest of us peasants. So, Their belief is that God is basically a power-hungry, greedy God, which is basically what man is now. And he wants all of the wisdom and knowledge. He don't want anybody else to become like him. So therefore he hides it. But the truth of the matter is, man, yes, a lot of you men out there who think you know what you're talking about and think that you have an ego. And the reason why God doesn't want you to have the type of power that comes with the responsible person who God will let come into the circle, the kingdom of God, is because you'll take that thing and think that you'll take that type of authority and that type of power and that you think that, and you'll take it and think you can do whatever you want, that you are God. So you can go behead whoever you want, you can go kill whoever you want, whatever you says goes, and you don't have anybody to answer to because you think that you are God. But you are not God, my friend. You are not God. No matter how many little videos you make, think that you know something, you are not God. You don't know anything about God or the Bible. So shut the hell up. Anyway. And so that is their belief that they're so much better than the rest of us who want to stay humble under the commandments of God, which are basic commandments, treating people how you want to be treated, stop being a hypocrite, all this other stuff that these people who don't know God are trying to blame on God because of other hypocrites who claim to know God. Letting it all out today, y'all. What other questions you asked me? Oh yeah, Doyle, I don't know. I just thought it was very suspicious that they didn't continue his work, and it was very suspicious that Doyle did contact one of my friends, because I meet a lot of guys who do Bill Cooper's work like I do, and Doyle, one of my friends had uploaded a video. I think it was the Graceful Watchman or something like that, and then I could be wrong with the name, but I know this happened to somebody who had a channel that has a lot of Cooper's work on it, and he said that Doyle contacted him personally and told him to take the video down and all this other stuff. But Cooper has already given people permission to share his work. That's what they're trying to do, is copyright things they have no right to copyright, because by word of mouth on this channel, Cooper has given us permission to reuse his work anywhere we want. He hasn't given us permission to reuse it for profit. So they're trying to use that little clause to stop people, which is weird, because if you're, behind him, you were behind him the whole time. Why would you try to stop his work from going out like that? What's another question that I was asked? Or the main questions that I get. Oh yeah, so I just heard Cooper one day. That wasn't a real good story about how I discovered him, but that was it. Sitting on my couch listening to Facebook or YouTube or something, some headphones in, heard him say a couple things. I said, I gotta dig into this dude. And when I did, I thought it was also very suspicious that he has so much work. And people like Alex Jones and David Icke and Art Bell's work is so cherished by all these people. All the lies that they were saying and they've been spitting, and these people are Masons. You have to understand that. A lot of these guys that you guys think are truthers are Masons. They are Freemasons, and they do not work, and they are not on your side. Especially if anybody is telling you to go behind any president, they are not on your side. And then Cooper said, well, who you think is on your side, which are these people that I just mentioned, are not on your side at all. People like Bobo Grits, people who are so-called patriots to these Americans who don't do anything but listen to mainstream media history. That's what I call it, mainstream media history. Everything these people know and try to reveal to other people are based off what they heard from other people instead of something that they have discovered themselves. So they run around talking about the alien thing, which another thing I want to get on. Oh, this might be a good little my take. The most common thing was Cooper doesn't deserve any credit because he was going around preaching about aliens and saying that aliens exist, and then all of a sudden he told everybody that aliens doesn't exist, when from the very beginning, if these people knew anything, he said he did believe in aliens, but he doesn't know, regardless if they are real or not. No. He said that at first he said he believed in aliens because all the documents and everything that he was shown. Which, who would not believe in aliens when you're working for nationals, when you're working for, you see top secret government documents, who would not believe in aliens that says that they're true? And naval intelligence, when you are a naval intelligence officer. So he said, even when he was saying this, he said, but, and he took this out of Behold a Pale Horse, but I have a video of him covering it, saying it himself on his video, which if he said that they removed his hypothesis, that he said that he believed it was, but he wasn't sure or not, and that all of this could be a little hoax to make him go out and tell everybody else about aliens and make everybody else believe in aliens for their benefit. And then he came later on to discover, before he died, that there was no such thing, not one shred of evidence of alien existence, period, on the face of this earth. He said there has never been not one shred of evidence. And if you want to back this claim, I have a playlist on here called Alien Agenda. There's over 100-something videos on there where he's exposing every single thing about this whole alien crap. But you still have these weirdos and wackos out there who want to believe in it. And what Cooper said was a prime example of what people are doing now with the whole racism and all other stuff. He said, you're running around chasing Mothmen while the people who really run the world are planning your future. So while you're over here engaging in looking for Mothmen hanging upside down in trees and Bigfoot and all this other stuff, people who are planning your future, the fate of this world, are laughing at you and continuing to do that. He said for them, you are fodder for the New World Order. Cannon fodder. And a lot of you are now. You're so invested in things, but you are nothing but cannon fodder for these people. You who are thinking that racism is done with. Racism is the least that we have to worry about in this world right now, is something like racism. But not if you look at the news. You'll see how crazy racism is in America and how so-and-so, no matter how many mixed couples are running around here, no matter how many mixed babies you see running around here, racism is at an all-time high. Oh, shoot. What else they got you believing in? No matter how many professionals, real professionals come out, they're still believing in nonsense like a coronavirus pandemic. Let me get out of here because this is getting too long. But yeah, sorry. I'm trying to think of other questions to the answers that you guys had. Answer to some of the other common questions. Oh yeah, I don't make all these videos. I can't do anything about the sound in some of these videos. I apologize. You have to deal with what you have to deal with. The quality of some of these videos, I can't do anything about. I mean, you have to, I credit the people who make the videos, go there and tell them your concerns. Maybe they'll remake a video, or you can take the video yourself and remake it. Really? Not trying to be rude, but I'm just saying that is the case. I can only deal with what I'm given. I really wish I had an MP3 cleanup or one that could restore audio that is completely muffled, because there are at least 3 or 4 episodes that are on the hot website that are like that, where you can't hear a single word, but it's an hour long. And I've been trying to figure out how to clean those things up, and I can't. And then there are like 10 something lost episodes on the website too that have titles, but there is no link for you to hit it. And I really wonder why HOTT has not put those out or to restore them or anything. That's another thing that's very suspicious to me.